Only eating donuts for a full day in New York. Underneath Grand Central Station, there is this amazing donut shop called Donut Plant. And I heard these were some of the best donuts in Manhattan, so I was excited. I started off with their traditional donut. It's covered in a vanilla bean glaze, and it's so light and airy and fluffy. And you guys, they have a peanut butter and jelly donut. They roast their own peanuts and make their own jam with fresh fruit. It's so sweet and savory. And this one's called the Brooklyn Blackout. It's a chocolate cake donut with pudding inside. It's so rich. It literally tastes like a brownie. And oh my gosh, they literally import blueberries from Maine to make this blueberry donut. There's literally whole blueberries inside. It's delicious, you guys. And finally, I tried their creme brulee donut. Each one is torched individually to give it that amazing crunch. And the custard is creamy and vanilla-y. Anyway, then I headed to Dough Donuts. It's in Rockefeller Center. And oh my gosh, I was so excited to try the ube cheesecake donut. And y'all, that cheesecake filling is intense. It almost has this sour flavor that really cuts the sweetness. It almost has the texture of icing, but it tastes like cheesecake. Honestly, it's delicious, and it turns your tongue purple, which is so cute. And I was obsessed with the crunchy almonds on this dulce de leche donut. Also, the brioche-inspired dough is so soft. And I'm obsessed with the glaze on this mango coconut one. It had a candied mango on top. It's so citrusy and sweet. This one might have been my favorite, though. It was filled with this beautiful creme chantilly that was light and fluffy, and those fresh berries were so sweet. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating at Bodegas for a full day in New York. You guys, there are over 8,000 of these little convenience stores all over New York, and they have the best food. I started off with freshly fried mozzarella sticks, and look at that cheese pull. Oh my gosh, they were so crispy too. And I only asked for one panini, but they gave me two. It had spicy chipotle chicken, Swiss cheese, and all of the veggies. Also, he gave me a side of sour cream. I'm not sure if I was supposed to dip the panini in it, but it was really good. Then I went to my friend's bodega, and I just asked the guy to make whatever he wanted, and he made me this amazing chicken parm sandwich. The bread was so soft and the chicken was so tender. Also, it was really cheesy and the sauce was actually like so tangy. It was delicious. And did you even go to a bodega if you didn't get the chopped cheese on a hero roll? That ground beef is savory and juicy and the cheese is always so melty. Yum. I also tried my friend's chopped cheese. She got it on this like hamburger bun that was really soft, and it's great no matter how you get it. The lettuce and tomato add that freshness. Oh, it's so good. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Eating sweets for a full day in New York. I started off at Whipped, which is a Black female-owned ice cream shop. I was so excited, and look at that line. Everyone in line told me I had to try the strawberry shortcake one before it ran out. It's got sweet cream ice cream with a strawberry crumble coating that is fruity and sweet, and that ice cream is some of the creamiest, lightest ice cream I've ever had. I also tried this chocolate peanut butter pretzel one, and it's so crunchy and nutty. It's got this amazing salty flavor that really cuts the richness of the chocolate. Like, it's absolutely delicious. I also tried the mint chocolate cookie because the manager told me it's her favorite. That mint flavor is so refreshing, and it's got that little crunch too. And then in Chinatown, they have a taiyaki ice cream shop that sells mochi donuts. This one was strawberry flavored, and the texture is just so chewy and light and fluffy. Like, I don't know how they do it. I also tried this yuzu one that was sharp and tangy and so citrusy. And this one just looks so pretty. It's called the Cookie Monster, and it's got these crunchy cookie crumbles on top. It was also so sweet. And of course, I had to try the taiyaki ice cream. It had that amazing soft serve creaminess. And the taiyaki waffles are all made on site, so they're crispy on the outside and soft in the middle. So good. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Everything I ate from a private chef. So my boyfriend's aunt is very well off. This is Blanca, her private chef. She is incredible, and she made this giant charcuterie board. You guys, look at this shrimp cocktail. It was so tangy and fresh. And I'm a sucker for baked brie. It's buttery and sweet, and that brie has such a creamy texture. And this bruschetta was so refreshing. The mozzarella was soft, and the bread was crunchy and crispy. And I tried pate for the first time, and y'all, it was so buttery. Honestly, delicious. And I was getting full, but Blanca was nowhere near done. She made this giant meal from scratch. She baked fresh focaccia and breadsticks. They were so garlicky and buttery and soft. And look at these lamb chops. They were so juicy and savory, but my favorite was the braised beef. It literally melted in my mouth. It was so tender. She also made this amazing pasta. It was perfectly al dente. I don't have time to include all the food, but I'll end it out with this ambrosia salad that was light and fluffy and fruity, and that's all for today. Eating East Asian food for a full day. You guys, today I learned how to make bubble tea. I got this DIY bubble tea kit from Cup 49, and you just boil the boba till it's as chewy as you want. They even send you this cute cup to make it in, so you just add the tapioca balls, you add your syrup, and then you add some milk, and it's literally that easy. That brown sugar flavor is so sweet and rich, and the tapioca balls are literally just perfectly chewy because you made them yourself. And they sell pre-made boba too if you don't feel like cooking. And look, you guys, I bought a wok. So today I decided to make udon noodles. I added chives and mushrooms and chicken. I used hoisin sauce and sesame oil for the sauce. It smelled amazing. And I'm trying to find some good chili oil. I haven't found my favorite yet, so please let me know if you guys have recommendations. But anyway, the udon noodles were so thick and chewy, and that hoisin sauce adds so much sweetness, so I'm glad I had the onions to cut that a bit. And I think next time I'm gonna add some sesame seeds too. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating soul food for a full day in Atlanta. So I heard that K&K has the best soul food in town. It's a Black-owned business, and it smelled so good, you guys. I had to try their mac and cheese, and it was decadent. It was so salty and flavorful and cheesy. And the collard greens had this amazing smoky, savory flavor. They were so rich, too. The cornbread was a little bit dry for me. I should have gotten honey or something to put on it, but this fried chicken was incredible. It was crispy and moist. Some of the best chicken I've had in my life. And I didn't want to give up on the cornbread, so I put some of the mac and cheese in the middle, and it made like this cheesy sandwich, and honestly it was delicious. Then later on I headed to Ponce City, and I found this fried chicken shop because you can never have enough fried chicken, right? I tried their spicy chicken sandwich, and it was really crispy and moist, but not quite spicy enough for me. I just like it really hot. I also tried a chicken breast and their honey mustard sauce that I am obsessed with. It's sweet and sharp, and then I drizzled it in honey, and that was perfection. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating breakfast foods for a full day. I had to go to McDonald's for their hash brown. It's crispy and crunchy and perfect. I also got a McGriddle. This is my favorite breakfast item there, and it's so sweet, but it's also really savory too and so soft. I also tried their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. The biscuit was a little bit dry, but pretty buttery. It was so cheesy, and honestly, the bacon was pretty crispy. And you guys know I have a terrible sweet tooth. I love the McDonald's iced coffee. It's literally pure sugar, and I love it. Anyway, I was getting really full, but I told my mom I'd meet her for brunch at Briar Patch. This is the best brunch spot in Orlando, you guys. It's incredible. I always get their raspberry and brie stuffed brioche French toast. The brie is cheesy and creamy. The raspberry is so sweet and tangy, and that bread, oh my gosh, it's so soft. I also tried their short rib Benedict on this crispy potato hash, and the Chipotle hollandaise sauce added this amazing spice. Also, the short rib was braised for 24 hours, so it literally melts in your mouth. And finally, for dinner, I decided to have Pop-Tarts. Y'all, I accidentally ordered so many flavors of Pop-Tarts off of Amazon. Also you can use chopsticks to get them out of the toaster oven. I tried this strawberry milkshake one, and I love the crunchy sprinkles, but it's a little too sweet. But my all-time favorite flavor is the cookies and cream. It's like a giant soft Oreo. It's delicious. And anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating gas station food for a full day. So I saw Racetrack has fresh baked pizza. They also have tamales and jalapeno cheddar sausages, so you know I had to try that. They even had spicy mustard and Krispy Kreme donuts and like a million different flavors of slushies. I've never had a Dr. Pepper slushie before, so I was pretty excited, and honestly it was fire. It was still super fizzy and carbonated, and I was literally shocked by this hot dog. Like, the bun was soft, the sausage had a nice snap, and honestly it was pretty juicy. And if it's like 3 a.m. and you desperately need pizza, this does the trick. It's, you know, it's cheesy. And y'all, they had empanadas, and honestly it was pretty flaky. Could have been crispier, and the filling didn't do much for me, but I love the filling in this taquito. It was spicy, it had a nice shredded chicken flavor and a little crunch too. And I had to go back at night because I didn't know they have froyo and ice cream. I got some chocolate peanut butter swirl and some cheesecake, and you gotta load up on toppings because they don't weigh it. I always go for the mini Reese's and the cookie dough bites, and it's chocolatey, creamy, and a little crunchy, and that's all for today. Only eating Indonesian food for a full day. So I've been learning about different foods around the world on this Hello Talk app, and my Indonesian friend told me I had to try nasi goreng. I found it at a nearby restaurant, and it's a wok fried rice dish that's actually really spicy. Also, I got mine with shrimp that was so tender. Honestly, this dish has so much flavor. It was delicious. I also tried this roti canai. So this is an Indian-inspired flatbread that's actually super popular in Southeast Asian countries, and it is so buttery and flaky and soft. My friend also told me I had to try satay. satay. That satay sauce is so sweet and spicy. Also, the chicken is grilled over flaming coals, so it is so tender and juicy, like some of the best chicken I've ever had in my life. Anyway, then my other Hello Talk friend told me I had to try Indomie mee goreng noodles. I've had these before in China. They are delicious, and you have to add a fried egg. You mix up the sauce packets in a separate bowl, and then you add the noodles. And you guys, these noodles are so sweet and savory. They are absolutely delicious, and that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Everything I ate at one of my favorite restaurants. This is by far the best Tex-Mex food I have ever had, and what makes it special is this Mexican butter that comes to the table boiling hot. And you guys, this is a fresh kitchen, so nothing is frozen. Anyway, I started with these fajitas al carbon, which means it's grilled over coals. And oh my gosh, that butter adds so much flavor. Also, it has these amazing caramelized onions, and the chicken is just so moist and like seasoned perfectly. And you have to have charo beans. If you never have, they have this garlicky, bacony flavor that's delicious. I also got these shrimp brochettes, which are stuffed with jalapenos and wrapped in bacon. They're also grilled over coals, so they have that smoky flavor. And oh my gosh, they're so good in that Mexican butter. And I don't think I've ever tried catfish before, but it was really flaky and cooked perfectly. These fried plantains were crispy on the outside and then so soft in the middle, and they had this beautiful caramelization. And oh my gosh, this tres leches cake was so light and moist, and that homemade whipped cream is fluffy and vanilla-y. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching.